away. Take a look at our towns, never trust them dirty lies. Tramping love in your roots, only feeling seems to lose. On the reservoir where the lake, keep on trampling away. But I can't make a healing scratch yet. Get on knees, it's all too late. Read your life, explain for life. When you've been trying to hurt your life, oh, it's hard holding on. One more tramp and I'll be gone. Keep your head up, take it on. Just to whisper, I'll be gone. Break your neck and then you pay. It's the last you'll ever get. Break your neck, down and love. It's the last you'll ever chase.
Stone Temple Pilots' lead singer, Scott Weiland, has just died at 48 years old. He was founded, he had preparing for a show at the time, and one of his new, I guess, a new project. And I wanted to make this video because I wasn't going to do a video actually, but today. But when I heard about the news that Scott Weiland, probably the most influential singer of modern times, probably. Let me just do a little short history of what I know about Stone Temple Pilots, what I know about Velvet Revolver, what I know about the man, the myth, the legend, the greatest, one of the greatest, absolute greatest rock stars and singers of our time. You know, he influenced me to sing. He's one of those influences, that I had that inspired me to pick up a microphone and try to sing a note or whatever. And Stone Temple Pilots, originally from San Diego, California, where they at the time it was 1991, and their song "Wicked Garden" had just come into rotation in MTV, and I was living in literally, this is nostalgic right now in Arizona, Yuma, Arizona at the time when I seen them, and then it just kind of blew me away. At that time, we were in a grunge era. We were in Pearl Jam, Soundgarden, Alice in Chains, just to name a few, were in heavy rotation, including bands like Rage Against the Machine, Pantera, and all these different groups were in rotation. We had Headbangers Ball, but a band this amazing rock band, hard rock band from San Diego, California. You really just didn't, they were a couple guys that, they looked, they were relative unknowns at the time. They came and they completely changed. They're one of those bands like Nirvana, like that changed the landscape of not just music in general, but the way people sang their songs, and ever since then, we've had there's been a lot of singers, even in the heavy metal community that are heavily influenced by Scott Weiland vocals. He did a lot of different a lot of different um, guest appearance on other albums, even at such groups like Limp Bizkit. So Scott Weiland, I feel like as myself as your reviewer, I feel like I lost somebody that meant something to me. Like when Kurt Cobain died, and I lost somebody that meant a lot to me. I know I never met the guy. I don't think and it's sad I didn't get to go see Stone Temple Pilots. I mean, that's the least of my worries right now, and my prayers and my condolences go out to his family for it's just such a huge loss, not just for the rock and roll and heavy metal community, but for I'm sure for his family, his colleagues, his friends, his surviving STP and Velvet Revolver members that knew him, and and they they many albums later, their debut CD in 1992 or 1991, known as Core, and then after that we had Purple, and then we had Tiny Music songs for the Vatican Gift Shop, and then so forth. We had number 4. We had many different CDs after that, and of course, because of earlier on, I mean, it's sad to say this, but earlier on, Scott Weiland has had a history of heroin use, of drug problems, and his wife and he's and many of those close to him had a lot of they knew this was happening. They knew, in a way, I kind of knew this was coming because I knew just by the way that he wasn't like, I don't, you didn't see too much of Scott Weiland anymore. I know I didn't, because I don't really follow current music too much, and but when I found out, I just had to do this video because I'm going to do a little tribute for him, because what I could put together, and he meant a lot to me, and I miss him, and God bless him, and I pray that that he rests in peace, and that he's God has mercy on his soul, because like I said, there's ever since then there's been so many groups. I could name a couple bands right now that I listen to, or I used to listen to anyways, like that in the heavy metal community that were influenced by Scott Weiland, including Machine Head and Skin Lab. I mean, there's a lot of groups I could name right now, but those are just one of the notable groups of heavy metal Bay Area metal bands that were influenced by this group, and all the other members, I mean, they meant something to me, but this guy really, he really, um, like if you look at today's landscape, you don't really see a whole lot of music with heart anymore. But I I I thought I talk about him, and I reflect a little bit about what he meant to me as I mean, I'm just a guy on YouTube who does videos, who reviews movies, who occasionally does a couple of covers here and there, or he talks about wrestling. And but I'm to me, Scott Weiland was somebody that meant something, and he made it. His music, his poetry, his his stage presence. He had a very flamboyant, late in his career, very stage presence, and he always he wasn't your normal heavy metal, whatever hard rocker. He had his own style. He had his own charisma, and he had a like just an amazing stage presence. And a lot of people to this day, I seen a couple of rock bands here and there that I could name. I just don't want to say it, out of respect for them, that were probably influenced by him, even in his stage moves. So, I know that Stone Temple Pilots are also responsible for the alternative revolution at the time as well, and then later on, of course, he split with the band because of his continuing use of heroin. And there was an incident where he was in the middle of traffic, and I guess he took off to get his fix, and left his wife behind in the car. It was just some of the memories that I know about him, his heroin use. And unfortunately, it caught up with him. I mean, like I said, I mean, no, being a rock star is not the easiest thing. Some people just are not able to handle it. You guys, like Kurt Cobain, he couldn't handle being famous, and but like I said, we got to remember these people for who they were. Maybe we didn't know them, and we didn't meet them, and maybe some of us like me that unfortunately did not get to go see these guys live, but we remember them for who they what with the enjoyment their music brought us, and it inspired us to actually pick up a microphone and try to sing. And we got it. That's what we need to remember. Scott Weiland, the man, the myth, the legend. He's definitely one of the absolute greatest vocalists that ever lived. His vocal style, man, still copied, very very copied. And his and some of his later like stuff, a lot of it was influenced by another legendary group, Led Zeppelin. And I could recall a lot of songs like Plush, Big Empty, Down, Sour Girl. All these songs, all these songs that I sing to them to this day. I listen to them. I still, I pick up a guitar, whatever, and I try to jam to this stuff. This is not just some, there's no, like I said, no disrespect to anybody of current music today. This is not just some flavor of the month or anything. This is a Stone Temple Pilots. Like, not taking anything away from his any of the members of Stone Temple Pilots, but really, I mean, this guy was the group. He was he did a lot of great things in his career, but unfortunately, with all stories, they have a sad ending. Just like Lane Staley from Alice in Chains, unfortunately, and Kurt Cobain. These are all. And notice that all the guys, the only surviving grunge rock groups that still operate today is Soundgarden and Pearl Jam. I mean, my hats off to these bands for still being around and still putting out music. I mean, the let's not call Stone Temple Pilots. Let's not call this band a grunge band. Let's not call it even heavy metal or hard rock. They just call them a rock band, a straight up rock and roll, uh, kicking serious um, tale of what they did. They were awesome. They were amazing. They were great. They were all the above. And I'm very I'm very I'm very proud for having. Hold on. Hello. Yeah, I know I'm doing a video right now. It's all right. No, it's all right. No, it's all right. I'm voicing my opinion on the channel right now. I'm putting together a tribute video. Yeah, I mean, this I'm saying right now, he inspired me to pick up a microphone and try to sing and all that. So I really I really miss him a lot. And that's what they said. He died in his sleep. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Oh yeah, I heard. Okay. All right. Yeah, I want to make sure I got my facts straight, but I'm kind of like saying already that he might have. through complications of using heroin over the years. So yeah, 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 yeah. That's true. Yeah, I'm live right now, but it's all right. I don't care. I mean, I'm making this video personal, so no. But yeah. By the way, guys, this a family member calling me about Scott Weiland because seriously, he really hit a chord in our lives. All right, I'll talk to you soon. Okay. All right. Bye. Good night to you. All right. Bye. Like I said, Scott Weiland is going to be remembered for me as my one of my biggest influences, and he's definitely going to be missed. And I'm gonna like, and as well, I want to also address on my channel about what happened yesterday in San Bernardino. The in the Inland Center of confirmed right now 14 people have been were shot and killed, and it it's been like a day of mourning for me because I'm human and I care about people. I'm not just some idiot that goes on YouTube and just I don't know just does stupid things for the sake of doing them because like I said I have I I'm human. Like I said, I just wanted my heart and my prayers go out to those people and the ones in the massacre that occurred just yesterday. And and like I said, I also want to say one more time that about Scott Weiland and probably one of the like I said one of the greatest, absolute greatest vocalists of all time. And I might YouTube might get on my case for this, but I might do a cover of one of their biggest songs, "Big Empty." Who knows? But like I said, if you guys got anything you want to say, you're probably gonna post your own tribute Stone Temple Pilots Scott Weiland videos on YouTube, anyways. But if you want to subscribe to this channel and support this channel, because this channel is not just like I said, where I consider myself a humanitarian. Okay, I'm not just a man who claims to be a Christian. I'm I want to like I care about people. You know what I mean? And that's why I posted videos about voting because this is not just some money making scam. I'm not making any money anyways, but you know what I mean? It's for me to live off of. I mean, I'm here. I'm doing it for the love of movies and music, but like I said, this video, if you like this video, or if you just like I said, you want to give your opinions, what Scott Weiland meant, what Stone Temple Pilots meant to you, and like I said, it means a lot to me. And it's just devastating for me, And I'm just very like right now, I'm just like I don't know if I'm gonna be able to sleep tonight, guys. But to all my subscribers, continue. Please tell your friends about this channel uh, on Facebook and Twitter. Please share these videos. Any video that you like, whether you think it's not that good of a video or whatever or whatnot. I'd like to hear more of your. Just support this channel and try to keep it alive right now because YouTube's getting on my case for some trying to make my videos better. I guess I don't know. But one more thing, like I said, to to all these events that have just occurred and just only in 2 days' time have been very devastating for a lot of people, including what happened yesterday to those people who lost their lives in here in San Bernardino. And like I said, once again, I just like to say, Scott Weiland, wherever you are, God bless you and rest in peace, brother. All right, you guys, I'm gonna head on out. All right, peace.
Sweetener, how I miss you, lady. you were to leave me, and you can't drive me away. She looks good, she always do. So why don't you wear those Sunday shoes? She looks good, she always do. So why can't you find her Sunday shoes? On Tuesday morning, breathing soft and sweetly. I ain't got no rhythm, distorted body image. How your kisses kill me, level by your rhythms. Couldn't keep me breathing if you were to leave me, and you can't drive me away. She looks good, she always do. So why don't you wear those Sunday shoes? She looks good, she always do. So why can't you find her Sunday shoes? She looks good, she always do. So why don't you wear those Sunday shoes? She looks good, she always do. So